Alright guys, what's up? I was contemplating making this, sending it straight to the customers or making a public video, and I thought, you know what, let's make it a public video. Maybe someone out there has a Prowin, and I could have sworn I've talked about this in the past, but it's been a long time since we've done a Hicapa Prowin video. Okay, and so what's happening is I'm having a garage sale currently as we speak, and I've been selling off my my custom colored anodized Prowin mags. And I've been telling everyone that's been buying it the two big negatives about it. The number one negative is they're proprietary as hell. So you can see right here, this is the full Prowin version. There's a TM version where it's literally just a shell. This is not it though. I don't have it. I only have one of those. I just, it was just easier to buy a pre-built, magazine. That's why I took that route. But anyways, it's a shell, and you take a TM guts and you just put it into the Prowin, and then you can use TM parts. But this is a full Prowin, proprietary. The only thing you can kind of mess around with is the high flow valves. You can switch them in and out. I remember some companies didn't want to work, so I'd probably say that's 50-50. And to be honest, I'm not really a fan of high flow valves anyways, only for douchebag mags. But so one thing I always tell people, and I found two websites to have them right now, currently as we speak, Rainbow 8 and Alpha Airsoft. I tell them, hey, buy extra lips and gaskets if you plan to use this as a skirmisher and you're planning to play with it a lot. I remember because I'm probably literally the first dude, I swear to God, I feel like the first dude who bought Prowin for Hicapas, or at least bought a shit ton. Like, I bought a shit ton, and at one time I was even selling them to local friends to kind of get people into the Prowins. I was just super excited. And you have to remember, I'm a guy that likes a minimalist setup. I love lightweight, and these are just so light compared to TMs. When these first came out, I was like, holy shit. I was excited. So but I've only had to replace the lips and the gaskets, but I remember there were times when I was playing consistently and the gasket would get beaten up. The gasket probably gets beat up the most. The lips, if you drop it. Other than that, I would say the lips are very durable. But this is back then. We'll talk about current. And there'd be times where I couldn't even use my Prowins because they were broken and stuff, and I couldn't get them online. They were just out of stock. So I literally had to wait for Prowin to figure out what's going on at the factory, make their batch, and then sell it to the retail stores, and then me pick it up. So I remember there were times like that. So I tell everyone, if you're running Prowins, if you see them, at least have one or two per mag as backup, especially if you are playing constant with them. That's very important. The good thing is time has changed now. We have garter, we have 9-ball. Some people like the wee ones. Those are a little too scary for me, but we have more options now. This is this was during a time when Prowin was the one and only. They are really the father of all aluminum mags for at least Hicapas and Glocks too. I don't think they were the first for Glock. Alright, I'm getting off topic, sorry guys. Anyways, let's continue down. So one, they're proprietary. Two, they're absolute divas with BBs, right? If you use like low quality BBs, we can even say it's bad machining on their part. I don't care how you guys want to say it, but the fact is, if I use Excel, KW Perfects, TM Maruzins, and some like high-end BBs that are like $5.95 under, I don't get that many jams. Mini jams, or I'd probably say I don't get jams at all. That realistically. Okay, now there's two things you can do to improve the Prowins. Thankfully, I've done both of the upgrades for all the ones I was selling, but this one I'm hoping is untouched. And we actually have a guy coming to pick it up on, I think, Saturday or Sunday. But anyways, I'm hoping his is untouched, and I'm going to be able to show exactly what's going on. Now, I know I did the channel upgrade. Now, is it upgrade? Nah, really, just ignore the cut, by the way, guys. This was some crazy project I tried to temp in back then. But anyways, you guys see in here, you need to first clean it as best as you can. Get one of these, what are they called? Barrel squeak, I don't know what the hell they call it. Just get microfiber on here, clean it, alright? Clean it as best as you can. And then after you've done that, if there's nothing on your microfiber, whatever you want to call it, the next step you have to do, and this is, you will know if you're having channel problems, if this, you know, it's just too tight in here. They should have maybe machined it like a thousandth over to your left or right or front, whatever it is. You will know. You're gonna put like, you know, 2 BBs in here. Obviously I can't replicate it here, but I'll show it on there. And they're gonna get jammed here. They'll get jammed here. They'll get jammed here. They'll get jammed before they even get to the lip. That's when you know you got potentially really shitty BBs. But if you're using like Excel or Perfects or whatever, if you're using nice high quality BBs, and they really are, because there's a lot of companies out there that claim they're high quality, but you know they're really not, and you're just paying for, you know, OEM with their name slapped on it or something like that. So make sure yours is natural high quality BB, and the tolerances are very, you know, good. Okay. That's a key thing. I think too many people think, hey, I have high quality BBs, and some of them told me the name, and they're like, yeah, that's not high quality. But okay, I don't want to get into that. That's another whole warfare. I'm staying out of that battle, but I just know enough about BBs. Okay, there's good quality, and there's, you know, whatever. Okay, moving on. So you either have low quality BBs, or your channel is really tight. Now, if you're using like, you know, high quality BBs, and it still can jam, you need to do this mod. I probably just recommend everyone to do it. If you've got a Prowin and you ever get any jams, do that mod. It's just worth it. The next thing you do after you clean it is, I'm trying to think of a simple way for you guys, and I've done this too before. Okay, you literally just get sandpaper and put it in here. Boom, just like that. You can twist it, you know, trying to get in here. You want to use fine sandpaper. You do not want to use something that's going to just grind at it and make it rough. You want it smooth, okay? Smooth as possible. There's a 3D printed tool I made, but that was a while ago. I don't even know where it is, but basically I had it so I could just go in the groove and go back and forward, and it was just work at all angles, and I would put the sandpaper on. I would have to, if I ever find it, I'll bring it up, but these guys should be okay. I know for sure all my mags have been channel grooved out or cleaned up. Okay, that's the number one thing you do if you're having, you know, BB problems. If you're not, the next area you're gonna have, if you've been buying new Prowins, I don't know what it is, but they must have changed factories or something. It's kind of like when TM changed their, I think they changed from Japan to Taiwan and something else. If you know all that background stuff, they changed like their plastic molding. They changed a couple of factories back then, and that was kind of big news, and we could see the difference. Prowin probably did the same thing with their lips. I don't know what it is, but their new ones suck ass. Alright, and the funny thing is, this video can help other people with TS, because AIP magazine lips, they suck. I think Shooter Design wasn't bad. Is it Garter? There's like 3 companies I can think of that whenever I would buy them, and I couldn't get like a TM1, and you know they're breaking. I get have aftermarket for, you know, durability. They would claim durability. I remember just having to sand the shit out of them to even get BBs to feed. It's the same thing with these Prowins. All right, I'm praying right now that this is unmodded. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, wait, there we go. Alright, excellent. Okay, and obviously, yes, these are, you know, they're not the best BBs in the world, but to me, this is still a problem, and I'm going to make sure that it feeds better before I give it to them on Saturday. But like I said, I've warned everybody, make sure you get good BBs, and these are shitty BBs, but okay, you see, it is actually getting jammed on the right side. Let me zoom in. I'm going to take it off, and I'm going to try my best to explain where you guys need to sand it, but it's going to be different for everybody. You know, that's the problem. Is I would say if you're running one type of BBs and you don't want to change those BBs ever, or maybe you're a sponsored player and you only run one type of BBs, you might have different areas where it hits, or maybe your Prowin lips are different. There's too many variables that I can't help you guys, but I'm just trying to help you explain what's going on, or at least understand where to sand. So right now, since just based on this, you know, geometry, we know it's getting jammed on the right side. Now watch what happens when I introduce one more. Okay. Do we not have it on the left side? Okay, it's a little less on the left side because I have to really hold it or let it sit there, but okay. Oh no, is it? Okay, see, this is a great example to you guys where it's really getting agitated. Look at that. Okay, so I know even though I put it on the left side and hoping to jam it on the left side, it's still jamming on the right side because we got a free floater here. You guys see that? So let me try again. Yeah, okay. Alright, so let me take it off. Sometimes, you know, it's going to be both sides. Sometimes it's going to be just one side. But what's going to happen is it turns into a seesaw. It's just working on magazine lips when you got them jamming. It's an absolute pain in the ass, to be honest. I probably have to rank it in top 5 annoying things to work on. Okay. When you take this off, don't lose this. I can't tell you guys how many I have lost just shooting everywhere. Just talking about a shit show. Alright, now to try to show you guys, this is the part maybe I'll bow out. Okay, I want you guys to look carefully, and I'm just going to try to explain it, but we're not actually going to do it because when I start working on this, you know what we can do? I'll tell you guys how to work on it, or not work on it, but just try to guide you guys. And I'm going to work on it now, and then we'll come back in the same video and I'll show you where it's not jamming anymore, because we saw it was jamming, right? Okay, yeah, we'll do that. You guys need is it gonna, okay, we're 11 minutes. I use a Dremel, okay guys, I use a Dremel, and like you can, there's a lot of different bits you can have, but you kind of need to, you can use sandpaper if you want. That would be incredibly hard, but Dremel seems to be the easiest. But you only take a little at each time, and you kind of want to, a little at each time, focus on the right side, okay, then put it back on, do the same thing. You don't need to shoot the gun, you need to just get it to a point where you can, you know, let the follower go up without any problems. That's where you need to get at. Then you're gonna, the next stage is you're gonna shoot the gun, and then make sure it's keeping up the speed and there's no snags. That's why this is, it's not like you just file this and get past the first stage. You gotta file it, put the BBs in there, do it by hand, and then once you've gone that stage, the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna fill it up and then shoot it through a gun and then make sure it really feeds. That's what I did. I made sure with every video, you know, I was sending, I was making sure I shoot more than like 2, 3, 4 BBs. Okay, you need to at least put some BBs in there. So, depending on your guys' situation, you saw on mine that it doesn't like the right side, okay? And, you know, I know my channel, they've been polished, so I can drop BBs in here, and it's not an issue. But it's really, it's just this guy. If you have installed AIP magazine lips, maybe, I think it might have been Gartered or Army, I don't know. There's like some other 2 companies, I don't remember. But if you installed them on TMX, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's just an absolute pain in the ass, and the funny thing is most people will just toss them. They won't even, you know, try at least, you know, sanding them. Okay, so you just kind of go like this. Don't do too much. You don't want to ruin this at all. Okay, so that's why it's a little at a time. It's very, you know, it should be, usually it'll be time intensive, so take your time. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to stop here. I'm going to get to work on this. And I'm going to show you that I'm not going to have that jam anymore that I was showing you guys, how it jams on the right side. And then, you know, I tried seeing if I could get it to jam on the left side, but maybe, actually, you know what, let's just put just a little more to see if that maybe changes it up. Because I want to make sure, you know, the left side is also, you know, that's why you're going to have to check both sides. It turns into a stupid seesaw game. Okay. Okay. Okay, no, yeah. Okay, yeah, are we still the... Let's get this guy out, see which side it is. Yeah, you see it's still right here. So we're gonna work on this side first, and then we'll come back. And I don't want to see this at all. Okay, I want to see, no matter how slow I let it go, I want to see it go all the way through with no problem, and then that's when we know we're okay. But the thing is, that's what these BBs, okay, these are really, you know, I purposely put in shitty BBs, so hopefully that will widen its ability to use more BBs. Okay, that's the whole point of doing this. That's why I recommend everyone do the channel upgrade. And then, you know, check your lips. Like everyone that I shipped, I tried checking the lips best as possible. I tried, you know, checking with these, you know, stupid ass BBs. All right, and you want to shoot it. You want to make sure that, you know, the magazine works. Okay, and then it doesn't have to be pretty on the inside. That's one thing. They'll probably notice, man. Some of them are not pretty on the inside, but if the feeds were good, definitely trying to make sure it's, you know, it works. That's the most important thing, and we'll come back, okay? Alright guys, we're back. I think I have it working. Okay? We probably need to shoot it, but it's a little late. And you guys, you'll be able to see from, you know, just from the video. Okay? By the way, this is the type of head like I use, okay? I have a couple of these, like different shapes. Alright, you can get these from, like, you know, Dremel multi-packs or whatever. These are, you know, they're dime a dozen. Okay, and then the one that's actually on the Dremel right now, let's just take it off. The Dremel is right behind the camera tripod. Okay, these are things you can use. Okay, as long as it feeds, guys, that's all that matters. It doesn't, you know, just don't ruin, like, you know, push, you know, go outwards and try to cut the lip or something. You don't want to do that. But if it's not that pretty in there, that's fine. Just, you know, try to make sure it's smooth and that the BBs go through. And I think we're okay. We're going to test right now. An easy way to test it is just, I'm going to do this one first. Let me zoom out for you guys. Okay, we did okay there. Now let's do the two when I was just trying to really slowly. Yeah, alright, I did my job. Yeah, see, you notice how this time, like, I can't even get it to go, and no matter how slow I go. But you know what? We're not done yet, because even though, and that's another trick, okay, and let's just say you're not skilled or you're too scared to do something like this, to mod the lips, or the next thing you guys can do is either, if you have like really long springs where you're going to lose how many BBs you can put in here, if you put more pressure in here, that will help you kind of just, you know, force it to go up, but obviously that puts more pressure up here. So I'm not going to recommend that, but if you're scared, or maybe you're playing out HSP and you don't have anything else and you kind of just want to play for the day, try putting more pressure in here. You can put more BBs on the bottom just to add a little bit more strength and pressure. That's like a cop out, like an easy way to do it. And I've done it before myself. I'm just saying, for long term, take the time to sand the lips. But I want to talk about it right now. When I'm letting it go slowly, I can feel it hitting still. Okay. It's not going to be able to, you know, obviously you guys won't be able to see it on camera, but I can feel it with my nails. Now I'm checking the left side. Okay, did you guys see that? Damn. It got stuck just for a little bit. Alright, I think I've gone enough about it anyways. This is, you know, this is now what I need to do is play with it a little bit more, do it by hand, then I'm going to shoot it in the gun. Okay, big thanks to everyone that bought the mags, by the way. You guys helped me put in a shit ton of rounds into the DOR. Okay, this DOR has been getting abused for the last couple of days, just testing Prowins. Some of them just were jamming, like, you know, at the lips, and I was like, okay, I need to update this guy, because some I did and some I didn't do. So that's where we're at, and we got, you know, luckily I have this guy on camera that needs to get lip work done. Okay, I can't think of anything else. I made this, you know, this video was really aimed at the guys to buy it, but I figured, you know what, maybe this will help out other people, because this issue isn't just for Prowins, it's also for aftermarket lips when you buy them. Alright, I'd probably say if you want the least amount of headaches, usually we and TM are probably been the kings of like just the least amount of headaches. They just work. Their molding is pretty on spot. And if you guys ever see issues around here, always check your lip first. Okay, channel is usually less of a problem nowadays, but alright, I'll see you guys around. Take it easy. I hope this helps, and once again, thanks to everybody. Alright, have a good one.